When I first met Lee Kuan Yew in 1994, I was absolutely struck by him. Richard Nixon once compared him to legendary statesmen like Disraeli, Bismarck, and Churchill. But Nixon said he occupies a small stage. That stage doesn't look so small anymore. Lee Kuan Yew took a small spit of land in Southeast Asia, which became independent in 1965 after great struggle and anguish, with no resources and a polyglot population of Chinese, Malaysian, and Indian workers, and turned it into one of the economic centers of the world. To do this, Lee had to have smart economic policies, but also a shrewd foreign policy that allied with America, kept China happy, kept Russia and Japan at bay. This week I sat down with Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. His son now serves as Prime Minister, but Lee Kuan Yew is called Minister Mentor, and he is still indisputably the father of Singapore. I was struck by the depth of his understanding of the world, China, Russia, and the United States, all at age 85. Listen to this. You have achieved remarkable success for Singapore in your lifetime. You've seen it go from a tiny, poor, backward third world country to one of the richest countries in the world. But lots of people feel that you have exercised too tight a control, that you should have opened things up more, that it has been too domineering and coercive a state. What do you say to that?
I say, ask my people, they are given the vote, it's secret. Nobody has ever alleged any chicanery, no bribery, no coercion, no nothing. We have never won less than 62/3 of the vote.
But it's difficult for opposition parties to form.
It is not the business of the government to enable the opposition party to overturn us, right? You expect the Republicans to help the Democrats to overturn them?
No, but leave aside even just the issue of political competition. I just mean you have laws, for example, that allow random testing of people for drugs. You have the famous ban against chewing gum, which used to exercise people's imaginations. Do you feel that you should have let up a little bit?
No, not at all. Because of that, we are now a safe, secure, fun city. The night scene has been transformed in the last 10, 15 years. Any number of nightclubs, the nightlife, al fresco dining by the riverside.
And people can even chew gum now.
You need to have a medical certificate to buy gum for those who want to give up smoking and got to chew some nicotine. What is it I'm trying to do? I'm trying to create, in a third world situation, a first world oasis. I'm not following any prescription given me by any theoretician on democracy or whatever. I work from first principles, what will get me there? Social peace and stability within the country. No fight between the races, between religions, whatever. Fair shares for all. Everybody is a homeowner. I want investments. I've got nothing except skilled manpower, infrastructure. I build up the infrastructure. I educate the people. We have the best educated workforce anywhere in Asia, and I would say within another 10 years, anywhere in the world. They're all educated in English, which is our working language, and they keep their mother tongue, whether it's Chinese, Malay, or Tamil, Urdu, whatever. Must I follow your prescription to succeed? Do I want to be like America? Yes, in its inventiveness, in its creativeness. But do I want to be with America, like America, with its inability to control the drug problem? No. Or the gun problem? No. These are my choices. I go by what is good governance. What are the things I aim to do? Healthy society that gives everybody a chance to achieve its maximum.
What do you think of the American campaign, watching it from Singapore?
what can I say, is fascinating. Suddenly, Senator McCain produces this governor from Alaska, Palin, and is leading in the polls, and she's a hit. The first flush, she was a disaster.
What do you want from the next president?
Engagement with the world, keep trade going, don't backtrack, or you'll put yourself at a disadvantage and put the world at a disadvantage, and you make conflicts more likely. Try and maintain a balance so that peace and stability is assured without more conflicts.
One thing you've been critical of the United States of in the past has been its efforts to spread democracy around the world. You were critical of it when it was Bill Clinton's America, leave alone the freedom agenda of George Bush. What do you object to in that push?
No, I don't think it's doable. I'm a social Darwinist. I mean,
survival of the fittest.
No, the survival requires you to change. If you don't change, then you're marginalized and you will become extinct.
But you look at the way in which the United States has been trying to push democracy around the world, and you say...
Where have you succeeded? You went to Haiti in nation building. And I was just listening to the BBC on Haiti and recently. I mean, it's just undoable.